Whatever you turn into habit gets opportunity to change your life. So today I will show you 4 habits that you can practice daily and passively to start improving your facial structure and to change the direction of your development. And I purposely use the word development even for my adult audience because our faces, they constantly change and they develop when we were children, and then they continue developing as we are adults, or they continue to change, but usually in a collapsing manner. I believe that doesn't have to be the case, and that we can actually age gracefully, and that we can even look better than when we were children. More time to optimize the structure basically means more optimal structure than before. That's how I look at it. So the first habit that I find extremely important is spine extension. Okay, so while you're sitting down, walking, standing, I believe spine should be fully extended vertically, including your neck. And this was very well known before, especially in the modeling industry, but nowadays it became almost cliche and no one practices it, especially because we don't even feel pressure to do it anymore, because even models nowadays don't really have that, perfect posture, because we all have phones, we all spend too much time sitting down, so spine naturally compresses vertically. So habit number 1, full spine extension. To maximize it, you can also use neck traction device or the chin tuck with extended neck. You can practice that for a few minutes a day. Now, along with spine extension, another habit to adopt is supporting the maxilla with a tongue while simultaneously keeping the lower jaw relaxed. Okay, so tongue should apply upwards, lateral and forward pressure, while at the same time masseters should be fully relaxed. That way you're not playing back and forth pulling game with your body's tensegrity system, and this combined with a spine extension gives me all types of health benefits. Okay, so once you try it out, please let me know what changes you notice, because I believe that it will also serve you well. Okay, so these 2 habits by now, vertical spine extension and passive mewing with relaxed lower jaw, so tongue up, lower jaw down, will be very hard to maintain, especially spine extension and straight posture, unless you affect the deep fascia with correct breathing mechanics. So you should be breathing into your ribcage the way it was intended, and I believe that breathing mechanics differ slightly a little bit between men and a woman, but the initial point of breathing is the same. And I believe that we should restore that initial point by using a diaphragm correctly, which is honestly very hard when you have a slouch posture, right? Because then we bring the chest down, we suppress the most mobile part of the ribcage, so the entire breathing mechanism then compensates to allow some type of breathing, even if it's not optimal. But by extending the spine, we free the ribcage, right? So it can now expand laterally, it can expand forward and support the upright posture and that spine extension. So it's a loop. Okay, we need upright posture to breathe correctly, but we also need to breathe correctly for that kind of posture to be maintained more easily. And when we are restoring this dynamic, it can be hard because tense fascia is bringing us down, right? We're trying to fight it, and we're trying to keep the spine extended and ribcage open with our own efforts, which is quite hard, requires conscious focus for most of the day. So what I recommend is that you work on releasing diaphragm and abdominals by doing abdominal massages, foam rolling on the abdomen, and just gentle diaphragm release techniques that I will demonstrate now. Okay, I hope you can see me. So firstly, I'm going to show you diaphragm release technique. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on this area right here, okay, this little triangle, but the edges of my ribs are right here, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go a little bit under them. We're just going to press like this, and on the inhalation, on the inhale, we're going to push this tissue laterally, just gently, okay? You don't want to like physically move your ribs sideways, but we're gonna move this tissue, and then we're gonna go a little bit like more down, and we're gonna pretty much repeat the same, okay? And then you can just place your fingers slightly under your ribs and just press very gently on both sides. You're probably gonna feel one side is a little bit more stiff, so I want you to just work on that side a little bit more, and until that tension evens out. And then another technique is just general abdominal massage. Okay, so I want you to do that laying down. I don't know how to film this. Honestly, I have no idea how people film themselves exercising and stuff like that, but I want you to lay down and I want you to do abdominal massages manually. Munchie! Hey! Okay, so basically you start from here and you just gently pull down, and you can go like very low, okay? And you can also go between or around your hips, okay? That's where a lot of people store tension. Another very good thing to release this tension, this is my favorite because like all this is like you have to do it with your own hands. But what I really love is I love to roll a towel pretty thick and then I just lay on it. And then after a few minutes, I just place the towel a little bit lower and then I lay on my tummy, right? For a few minutes like that, and then I place the towel even lower and just like all the way down. You can also use like a foam roller, which I don't have, but you can also use that. The goal is basically to, release the tension in your abdomen. Obviously all the organs are there, so you don't have to, you shouldn't really press really hard or just work deeply. We're not doing that, okay? We want to affect like this thick into our belly, okay? At most this thick or this deep. So yeah, always be mindful of that, please. Even if you're working on your diaphragm or lower abdomen, never go too deep into it, okay? Once you do all these steps, then you will allow yourself to keep these habits more easily, okay? The tension simply won't pull you down anymore. It won't pull your tongue down, so be able to keep it up, and all the other habits will pretty much become easier and passive. Until then, for faster results, what you can do is you can use a mouth guard, flat mouth guard, because by just observing the effects that it has on people, it basically taught me all those things that I just told you, okay? It seems to affect the deep fascia, reading mechanics, spine mechanics, infraoral tissue, basically everything that we went through. So I believe that it will complement this journey perfectly. You should wear it for the entire night and for 2 to 3 hours a day. And please send me your progress pictures, your testimonies, because I would like to see how you're doing. And if you allow me to share it with others, I believe that it will bless them a lot. And I will also appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.